I'm pretty skeptical about riding a new board from a company I've never heard of before, but this one blew me away. If you're new around here, my name is Ronnie and I have ridden and tested out dozens of electric skateboards out in the market today. I've ridden enough to know what I like and what I don't like. I'm naturally drawn towards smaller cruiser style boards that have kicktails since I come from a skateboarding background. And then the Eovan GTS entered the chat. On paper, this board is everything I don't like. It's big, it's bulky, it's got double kingpin trucks, but after riding it around for a while, I gotta say, I kinda love it. Let's start things off by taking a look at the deck. Eovan is using a drop-down style deck made out of maple, kind of unique to the electric skateboard market. I'm seeing more and more of them pop up, but for the most part, you mainly just see longboard style decks. The deck measures at 41 inches in length and 10 inches in width, with plenty of concave to lock you in with deep carving. When it comes to cruising, this wouldn't be my first choice. There's a reason why there's so many longboard style decks out there. It's because they're great. But because of the other components of this deck, which we'll get into later, I don't mind cruising with this. If you're looking for a flexi carver, you're not gonna find it here. Aesthetically, I think this board looks fine. It's okay, it's good. It's not bad, it's not great, it's fine. Personally, the deck and the whole board in general just looks very off the shelf to me. Like they just grab components and put it all together. Aside from the logo, it doesn't really stand out too much. I'm more of a function over form kind of guy anyway, so it's cool. But if you look up other boards on the internet, you can find similar things to this. So I've been chatting with Eovan and they supplied parts to Bound Motor in the past, but moving forward, they're going to be creating parts unique to them, like this dual belt drive system you see me riding here today. There are a lot of clones out there and I want to give Eovan the benefit of the doubt. Right now, I think we're just looking at a very young company that's going to be splitting apart and doing their own thing, which is exciting to see. For the motors, they use dual belt drive motors that can push 3,600 watts of max power and over 10 Newton meters of torque. That info flies over my head, but if you're asking if it's powerful, yeah, it's powerful. If you're not anticipating the acceleration on this board, you are going to fly off. It's got that much power and it can reach up to 32 miles per hour for its top speed. Not to mention, it's very quick off the line. The reason why this board is so big and bulky is because it's rocking a huge battery. It uses Panasonic 2700 cells in a 12S 3P pack rated at 639 watt hours. This battery pack can deliver up to 25 miles of range. I'm gonna be real here, I did not get 25 miles of range, but it was at no fault of the board. I actually had a lot of things going against me for trying to get the most range I could possibly get. I had a backpack filled with probably 20 pounds of gear. I was also using their biggest wheel, and if you know, the bigger the wheel, the less range. And also it was 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius outside when I was riding, and these batteries do not play well in the cold. But I still got over 15 miles of usable range on this board, and with all those factors against me, I can't be mad at that. I think in ideal conditions, it could easily smash the 20 to 25 mile range that they claim. Speaking of the wheels on this board are straight butter. Rolling on these wheels feel like floating on air. They absolutely eat up any of the rougher terrain that would slow me down on a normal street board. This board feels next level to me. It's literally whoop, unlike anything I've ever felt before. These bricks, they don't feel like bricks. It legit just feels like I'm floating right over them. These wheels are amazing. These are my first pneumatic air-filled tires, and until anything better comes around, I would not choose anything else over these because these are just that good. They're just so grippy, and I felt confident while carving and turning, even on terrain like grass or gravel. I tried to slide these and I just could not. They grip so well, and they roll over bumps and cracks like no one's business. These wheels, combined with the wide wheelbase of the deck, actually absorb a lot of vibrations, which is why I don't mind cruising on this setup. The board doesn't flex, but I would take these wheels over a flexi deck. Not to mention the grip that these wheels have. Woo. I'm in love. The trucks. I have a love-hate relationship with double kingpin trucks. I love how you can carve and I love how sharp you can turn with them. I just hate how they feel at higher speeds. That's just me, it's my opinion. What's your opinion on them? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you gotta have it? Do you hate them? I wanna know, let me know in the comment section down below. I don't hate them, hate is a strong word, I just prefer reverse kingpin trucks just cause it's what I'm used to. But at lower speeds, This is a lot of fun. Anything 20 miles per hour and under, I can totally dig on this board. I mentioned how smooth this board felt, and that's due to the ESC being based on the vest. It's an open source ESC that Eovan has custom tuned to give this board extremely smooth, yet powerful acceleration. The main thing I've gotten from this board is that this vest feels amazing. Acceleration is so smooth, braking is super smooth too. It's just so responsive. Like when I go, when I stop, I stop. There's no delay and it's strong. Off the line, it's zippy. There's a lot of torque on this, but it's still super smooth. I know I said that a bunch of other boards in the past were smooth before, but this is next level smooth, bro. Oh, oh. The ground was uneven for a sec. I think customer service is very important, especially if you're dealing with an overseas company. I asked Eovan what would happen if, let's say, someone from the US needed to service their board or get some parts. They said that right now how they're dealing with it is sending parts to the consumer. But in April of 2021, they will have a US warehouse based in LA where they can handle all of that stuff, and that is clutch. You love to see it. If a problem with this board occurs, it's just nice to know, peace of mind, that I don't have to ship it on a boat overseas to get it fixed. I do like this board a lot, but it's not the most polished thing out there. When it comes to looks, the board is just fine. It's heavy, bulky. It's not a portable solution if that's what you're looking for. Aside from that, I just love how the board feels and handles. I think it's great that you have the option to choose from multiple wheels to take on a variety of terrain, and the included charger is a fast charger that goes from 0 to 100 in 2.5 hours. While everything else is a last mile vehicle, this feels slightly elevated. The way it feels to accelerate and the brake just feels a cut above the rest. Until something else comes around that's better, this is going to be my all-terrain board of choice. Competition drives innovation, and it's nice to see new companies pop up with something cool to offer. What do you guys think of this board? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thumbs ups are greatly appreciated. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to be a part of the Stoked squad. And until next time, guys, stay stoked. I'm out. Peace. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I had very low expectations for this board, and it's blowing all of them out of the way. I feel like you have to feel this board. You have to ride it yourself to just feel how good it is. I try to convey feeling. It's really hard to convey a feeling on a skateboard, but that's 100% of what you're committing to every time you ride a skateboard. So the way a board feels is really, really important, and this is the best, most responsive board I have ridden thus far. I love it, dude. Yeah.